another unboxing video. You already know, man, we've been doing a lot of them. As you see, I might have a little problem. My shirt tells you there's one more reptile, I promise. That's probably not the truth. But I had to grab this girl. I got her on Worth Market auction. Got a real good steal on her. Oh God, the people's names that I got from the station right now. Hopefully they got something in the box with some swag in there so I can do it for credit. If not, I will link it down in the comments. And I got a girl, my Harlequin is a dead eater. I'm hoping she gets up to size this year, but she's not definitely going to get up to size. She's fire yellow belly clown. I'm trying to breed her to a leopard Mojave clown. We've got all clowns, but I'm not sure she's going to get up to size. So right here is a proven breeder, and I'm going to have her for my clown project. So even if they both go this year, it's a plus. But let's open this girl up and show you what we got. We've been doing a lot of unboxings here lately. Between that and the babies, the collection's real quick. So I said I'm trying to, and I'm probably most likely going to start breeding rats. Not most likely at this point. I'm like definitely breeding my own rat. One of the videos coming up is going to be making a rat box. This is definitely the biggest the biggest snake I've ever unboxed. Weirdest, I think Naja was the biggest I ever unboxed. She was only about 400, 500 grand. When the thing said this girl's 1,200 grand, and she definitely got some weight to her. Yes, she does. Let's get her unboxed. Now, no swag in the box either. I'm sorry, my man. I will tell you. I will say who it is in another clip in a minute. Bye. I gotta go off camera for a second. Anyway, so yeah, no, we're on the box as it said. Definitely gonna be a big plus to the project. It's a GHI in the collection. Definitely wanted to do that. Got some projects I want to work that have GHI in it. I like how it creates some crazy business patterns, switches things up. Oh, I gave it away, GHI. She's definitely GHI. She's GHI het clown. Proven breeder. This big old girl. Hopefully she'll open up for us here. I love that pattern that GHI gave. It goes crazy. Kind of reminds me of Hurricane a little bit. I get that wacky pattern, but...
Oh my God, she is.
I know, that's a bull python. That's exactly right there. Why they call them bull pythons. It's a perfect bull. You can throw this for a pitch in a baseball game where it's still acting to get softball. That's the size of a softball. But get her out. Come on, girl. Let's see your head before we soak you and do the other things we gotta do with you. Hopefully she's a little cold, but hopefully I don't get tagged. I really don't know nothing about her. Like, she's spicy, none of that. It was a last minute thing. I seen the auction. It was about to end. I made a bid, and somebody else tried to outbid me a couple times, but it stayed within a good price range for me. I figured it's worth it. Add to the project. I know it's not 100% that I will get clowns, but odds are I should get some clowns. And yes, there we go. We got her out. I'd rather have a shot at making clowns this year than no shot at all. And if things go right, they both go. Maybe I'll make a whole bunch of clowns. I'll have some hats, some things to get rid of, some things to keep. Opens up my options a lot more. Nice size, nice weight, sir. It just feels nice. Pattern's nice. I love how high that white on the sides is coming up. I love that. I love calico too. But, nah, it's just calico. You know how that white comes up in the day. I only had to brace it up. That's why I like about calico so much. I want to get that calico worked into some stuff. This this girl got it pulled up on the sides a lot.
She is pretty.
Creates chaos in a lot of the patterns.
She's pretty.
And like we said, we want to go for that that hypo Mojave GHI, and that brings that gray and yellow snake. We both like that. Me and my wife both really like that snake. We definitely want to have one of them in the collection. Work. I got some hypo projects that I can work. And get GHI and mix them will be pretty good. Maybe get some GHI clowns to throw towards them hypos that I got. Actually, I could get the Mojave GHI clowns this year to put to the hypo girls that I have next year and make heads. And that'll move my project right along. If you know, if you don't know, I'm just getting into it. This was my first year breeding. A very small season. I wasn't even going to breed, but had a couple animals up to size, and I got anxious, so I went for it. Had an incubation problem, but I got a couple babies down there. Just starting the morph market, so there'll be a couple babies posted up on there. Check out the video right up here. I'll post that, show you some of the babies that I got this year. What do you think, baby?
I like her. She's pretty. And I usually don't like dark snakes as much, but she's very pretty. It's just intriguing. The way the pattern is, it's just, yes, it's intriguing. I like it.
Chaos in the pattern, and I like her color tone.
Yes, I like the lightness, the light brown.
Almost an exantic color to her.
Like, I really like her. I didn't think I was
gonna. Got grays in places, especially in here where it would normally be like orange or yellow.
Yeah.
See that how it turns gray? Right, it turns white into gray.
Nice size too.
Yeah, we get her up to size, no deal. By late this season, but she'll go probably this season for me. She just laid and towards the end of the summer, I think. So hopefully we'll get her up to size at the end of this season coming up in 26. But she's very nice.
Yeah, she is pretty.
Let's
very.
get her into this soap and go from there. Follow our little routine, set this girl up to be quarantined. Got one snake coming out of quarantine yesterday, one snake going into quarantine today. I like that. I don't know how much my wife likes it.
What?
One snake coming out of quarantine, one going in. It means I'm still getting more snakes.
It's alright.
Alright, let me get this water going for her. Alright, we're back. And like I had the way I like to soak my snakes. I know they only came overnight, but still, it's always good to hydrate your snakes. You don't want your snakes to be dehydrated. So when they get shipped, I like to hydrate them. I give them a little soak for about 45 minutes. I like to use this reptile electrolyte soap. Put a scoop of this in with their soak and add the snake. Pretty simple, you know. You don't want to make it super hot. You gotta think they're cold-blooded. So if it's hot to you, it's burning them. If it's warm to you, it's hot to them. So kind of go lukewarm, room temperature type situation. So, I mean, even though it's only overnight, it's never a bad idea to get them soaked and get a good grasp of what's going on. Plus, God forbid, it had mites or something. You might see some mites floating around in there, but this looks pretty good to me. She looks alright. I don't see no problems. That's another thing when you get your snake. Make sure you do a real good check over it physically. See if anything's wrong with it. Anything you wasn't told about. You want to pop your snake, like I'm going to do that right now on camera. You want to pop the snake, make sure it's the right sex. I've heard stories of getting the wrong type of, pay for a girl and get a boy, or the opposite, pay for a boy and get a girl. It's not that hard. You just press right below the quagga and above it. And if it's a boy, you're going to have hemipenes pop out, 2 hemipenes. If it's a girl, you're not. So, you see if it's a girl, you see if it's a boy, you make sure you got what you got. And you're checking to see if it's healthy. I'm going to put her in now, but the best thing to do is quarantine your animals. There's no reason not to. I know people be like, oh, I know who I got it from. They're a good breeder, but it doesn't matter, man. I brought this up last time. Sorry to keep bringing it up, Tyler, if you see this, but Tyler Nolan just had a couple snakes he had to put down because some stuff got into his collection. And apparently came from a captive-born hognose snake. So you just never know. So it's always best to quarantine your animal, not risk one animal. Not risk them all for the sake of one. I quarantine her in a different room from all the other animals. I'll keep her up there for at least a month. I'll make sure she's eating. I want to see how she poops, so I'm going to keep her on paper tail and just check her overall well-being. The paper tail is good to keep on because if they do have mites or something, they'll be easy to notice. So you want to make sure their stool and their urates is good, and they're going to the bathroom, they're eating, and the whole nine. So I'm going to soak her for about 45 minutes, and I will catch y'all in a minute. And just like that, we're back. Maybe it's been 45 minutes. For you, it's been about a half a second. But I already took the snake out. My wife's got her right now. I'm going to show you the setup that I use for quarantine. Simple tub, lock and lid. My rack is a rack that it's a homemade rack. I got a video about it. I will link right here. But for this situation anyway, if you're going to put a snake in quarantine and you don't have a ton of snakes, you're going to want it off on its own. So in the tub with a lid, make sure it's got a lock and lid, will work perfect. So you put some heat wherever you're going. I got heat safe up where you're going. So with this tub, paper towel. I usually use substrate. I hate using paper towel with my snakes because when they use the bathroom, it smells horrible. I do clean it right away anyway, but it's disgusting, the smell, and I'd rather have the smell hit a little bit of substrate. I feel like the substrate just gives them a little more like cover, like they're in a leaf litter or something, you know what I mean? So, paper towel on the bottom. It's good for you to be able to see anything that may be wrong with the animal. You know, if you have mites or something like that, mainly. You're going to be able to see the animal's feces and their urates. Make sure they're going to the bathroom, keep track of their bowel movements. Simple setup. Like I said, hide, and the water bowl. And that's all we're going to give her. That's it. I don't want a whole lot in here. I want to be able to keep a good eye on her, make sure everything's right with her. Just like I said, no matter who you get it from, you got to make sure things are going right. I've heard of cases where, like, sometimes the stress of shipping can bring out sicknesses that are lying dormant. Reptiles are real strong and resilient. They hide their weaknesses. They hide when they're sick because they don't want to seem weak in nature. You seem weak in nature, you get picked off. You know, a lion's hunting, it's going to get the weakest one out the pack. That's why a herd stays in a herd. The ones on the edge, the weak ones get picked off. So, real simple setup. You put her in quarantine for about a month, something like that. And that'll be that. We'll feed her in about a week. Won't feed her right away. Let her get settled in. We'll get her in here. We'll let her get comfortable. Let her heat up. I don't want to throw her right back on heat either. She was in the cage, warmed up. Her temperature's warmer now, so I'll put her up in the room and I won't put the heat tape on right away. I'll give her a little while to warm up still first. And I'll give her actually a day or two to just sit in the cage and won't even bother her. I'll just come in and check on her a couple times, and that'll be that. Let her get real comfortable. We got a new snake in the collection. Hopefully she'll become a mom for us this year. She's already a proven breeder. Got some goals in mind with her. Hopefully they work out.
Yeah, she seems like a good snake.
Yeah, she seems real chill, but like I said, like I said to you off camera, that you can't really tell the snake's temperament by this situation right now. She's cold. You're either going to get a snake that's snapping because they're stressed out and scared from the shipping, or you're going to get a snake that you might see a girl temperament, or it's just like it's real docile because it doesn't have energy. Their energy comes from heat, from external heat sources. They can't heat their own body up, so they don't get their energy that way. They need to heat up externally. So once you get some heat on her, and next time I take her out, will be more of her natural self. And we'll see how she is then. But you should be seeing a lot more of her on the channel because we'll be breeding her this year. So, won't be the last time you see her. But real quick, before we put this girl on her setup, give a big shout out to Winfrey's Reptiles. She got here safe. She's beautiful. She looks like she's in beautiful shape, perfect health. Looks like it so far so good. She's a very beautiful snake. I really like her color tone. Give a big shout out to you. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Drop some comments below. What you think I should breed to this girl, man?
And what do you think we should name her?
Yeah, yeah. Let me get some name suggestions. My daughter suggested Lena. That's a nickname her mom started calling her. Her name's Catalina. But if we get a bunch of name suggestions, we will be willing to change that. So drop some comments below. What do you think we should name this snake? She's a female. And we will catch you next time. Deuces.